Hello and welcome to episode. Oh, I've given up at this point of the
Yes.
Bad Psychics podcast. Yes, episode yes of the Bad Psychics podcast. We are predicting what will happen at the 2026 Grammy Awards. We've got two Americans, two UK-based people, and we'll see whether home advantage wins out. As always, I'm joined by a trio of idiots. What's going? Why?
I think we just got very amused by the sudden arm movement right after American.
Oh no!
Oh,
I was just enjoying the remote attempt.
I stopped the remote for the light and I'm trying to make it cooperate.
so I'm just going to say on the way that you're cropped. All I'm going to say is Elon, and we'll leave it at that.
Oh no! No! Don't do that to me! Don't do that to me! No! I reject! I know! I do not look like I'm still gonna try and make this work
Again.
Hey! But I made it work this time! Okay. Except I'm
Maybe we just
realizing
start
I
again.
This is absolutely staying in. Again. Leave it alone.
I am trying to do it so I don't back myself. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
I
thank
didn't know how we could be. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. I didn't know how we could make this more ridiculous than the last time we recorded, but apparently I'm helping with that.
I mean, thank you for doing that perfectly on timing with me calling you a trio of idiots. It's
You're welcome.
almost not worth doing an intro, but I will anyway. I decided to theme them this time around. Give out some awards. So first, the award for leaking from the most orifices during an award speech goes to Cass.
I mean, honestly, I can't refute. Like, you need to stop making jokes about me wetting my pants because I can't say anything about them. Like, I have no comeback for that because you know better than most people why I can't have a comeback for that.
Yeah.
You know what? You go through motherhood and keep it contained, okay? Like, 3 children and see what happens, okay? Like,
This is the most unhinged start of an episode I've ever been on.
I feel with you. This is a lot.
Next up, the award for getting played off the stage soonest for refusing to stop rambling goes to Cheetah. How are you, Cheetah?
Hello. I'm good.
he's trying to stay quiet so we don't mock him as much as we did last time.
No, I'm just trying to stay quiet because otherwise I speak too much and then I get more awards.
Yeah, fair. And in the middle of them, the award for... No, wait, she can't win anything lately. There's no way she'd get an award. It's Eloise.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh, that's one of my favourite ones I've ever written, because I know how much it stung.
It will continue to sting.
Anyway, yes, covering the Grammys. This is the 68th Grammys? Yes, 68th annual Grammys.
Yes, it is the 68th.
I don't know when this episode will be coming out, but when it airs, it's on the 1st of February, we are going to be predicting a variety of categories. We're not doing them all because there's 95 of them. Why the fuck there needs to be 95 categories? I have no idea, but, America.
Music.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, let's. I mean, even if it's not Grammy nominated, I'm gonna ask each of you for your musical highlights of. Well, I guess 2025. Oh, it's from August 31st, 2024 to August 30th, 2025. Apparently, so your musical highlight of that gap. Cass?
I'm pretty sure my musical highlight, and I don't know when this aired because, like, I know the song is up for awards, so I'll take that. But my musical highlight was from Love is Blind. Anybody who's watched the show will understand this reference. Um, the timing of Netflix, I mean, they were brutal playing man-child as this man is throwing a temper tantrum at a suit fitting and walking away. I mean, the comedic timing of that, of them playing Sabrina Carpenter's song, like gold. Like couldn't ask for anything better. One of the funniest things I watched on TV this year, other than Tom Sandoval singing, but that is vaguely
I'm not.
Grammy related.
I'm not sure that counts as that musical. So yeah, no, I'll take your first answer.
It was singing, but like
Not as we
not
know
good.
it.
No.
Eloise?
I now have Man-Child in my head, and it's not going to go out of my head.
It's a good song.
The problem with me is I don't listen to enough new music. Like I had to listen to all these songs so I knew what they were.
Okay, well, tell me what your favorite song you learnt from listening to all the categories was.
I don't really have many. I think
Okay.
the one I can think of just immediately of like bands I discovered this year that are big and we might talk about them at one point is discovering Sleep Token exists. I think that's the one.
That's a perfectly valid answer.
Yes.
And then GC, you've been to a lot of gigs in
That I have.
that space of time, so I assume you can give me a concrete answer.
Yeah, my personal opinion is that I think the stretch from 2024 to 2025 was much weaker than the same stretch from 23 to 24. Last year's Grammys were dominated by Kendrick. There's a chance that this will happen again with GNX, but everything last year was focused on the Drake-Kendrick beef. And there were a lot of really good pop albums. Like last year was the dawn of Chapel Roan and Sabrina Carpenter as we know them, and like there was a real resurgence of especially female-led pop, Charlie XCX as well. And this year there just wasn't a lot of good pop music that came out. And as someone who grew up listening to a little bit of everything, but not a lot of pop, I really enjoyed last year falling back in with pop. And then there wasn't really much that would have fit. The closest that I'd maybe put on there, which doesn't fall into this time window really, except for the single, would be Olivia Dean. And her new album is phenomenal. But only the first single, Man I Need, falls under the scope. The whole album came out in September. So it'll be next year's Grammys, which makes no sense because she's up for New Artist of the Year this year.
Sure is.
But I think for me, I'm a Kendrick Lamar, big Kendrick Lamar fan. I have a poster of his above my camera right up there. I saw him live this year, and that was a real highlight. And I loved GNX as a project. And I also really discovered a more underground artist who will not be covered anyways in here, but this guy Theo Candel, who kind of does a lot of like folk acoustic type music. And I saw him play. That was like the smallest gig I've ever been to. It was like 200 people, but I've really enjoyed kind of seeing his musical journey. So that's been my musical year.
Okay, I know I have one of his songs on my playlist, but I can't
I was gonna
remember
say I
which
need
one
to
for the
write
life
that
of me.
down because that sounds real. Like I love that. You might need to send me some of your
I'll send
favorite
it to you guys
indie
later.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Well, let's switch at this point to our spreadsheet and a whole. We've only got one sheet today, but it's going to take some scrolling because I tried to include a variety of, you know, different genres and things. I also added one of the brand new categories just because I thought it would be interesting. So let's start off with said new category, which is album cover of the year. See what everybody's gone for. Okay, interesting. We've all found completely different ways of formatting it, which is entirely probably my fault. I said it would be Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator's album cover. Cass has gone for Perfume Genius's Glory, and Eloise and Jita have both gone for. Go on, Jita, you
Maybe
pronounce it.
tirar más fotos.
That would have been how I did it, but I didn't want to look like an idiot if I was wrong. So I thought I'd leave it to the vague Spanish speaker.
I minored in Spanish. I know how to speak.
I said vague. You're not fluent, are you?
I used to be. There was a time when I would have called myself as fluent. I don't use it anymore, but I still know my way around the Spanish language.
Okay, fine. I mean,
That was such a humble brag. Like, I still know my way. It's like I know my it really had the same connotation as I know my way around the female form, the way you said that. Like it just like it did that's what it brought to mind for me. It's like
Cool.
it's not the way you talk about a language, but like
There's no other way to say it. I'm kind of fluent.
that's
Like
how you
I can
say
read,
it.
I can read, I can listen. I
Here.
just can't speak
That's
it
how
very
you
well.
say it. I know my way around the Spanish language. Like you almost said that like semi-seductively, and I was like, "Are you hitting on the Spanish language? Like, I mean, it's sexy, but like, what?"
I don't know what we're talking about right now, man.
oh, this episode is going to end up being 3 hours at this rate. Anyway, yeah. I went for Chromacopia because I like it. It feels to me like visually striking without being too weird. Like I quite like Glory's one, but Glory's one is weird. So like to me, I thought Tyler's was it stood out and didn't seem like it would offend or confuse anybody. Cass, was this one that you gave much attention to, or did you were you just guessing?
Well, you know that I filled out my spreadsheet in about 5 minutes because I had a massive brain fart and forgot we were even doing this today and had nothing filled out. So don't expect a lot of thought having gone into any of my answers today. And if I get biggest loser for this episode, it will be the least surprising thing that's ever happened to me.
Fair enough.
So.
And then I mean, Eloise, any particular reason you've gone for Bad Bunny's album?
It indeed is an album cover. It feel I don't know how this one feels the most subjective out of very subjective categories, and it was very hard to decide. So it was a lot of like, I don't know, odds thinking, as well as I can just see this being a very easy way to stat pad Bad Bunny's amount of awards.
Okay,
Like you just give him an extra one for fun.
fair enough.
I don't know.
Jita, do you have any great artistic thoughts?
I mean, I can only attest to having listened to two of these albums. I listened to Chromacopia and DTMF. And I think for me, thinking about how to judge best album cover makes most sense in my head as something that fits within the theme of the body of work. You know, like an album cover to me that feels representative of the album and is also eye-catching and something that does both at once. And for me, like Benito or Bad Bunny, but Benito has spoken about like what the album cover represented in the way that like he was trying to represent Puerto Rico. And so for me, I didn't know any of the others, so I couldn't judge their creative desire or what they were going for, but I knew this one. So going on what I would have judged as criteria, I thought that this was a good fit, so I went for it.
Okay, fair enough. Then we go to music video. So we'll let's have a look. Yeah, okay. So I mean, I somehow doubt you're gonna give me too much different between the three of you. I went for OK Go just because OK Go's videos are always amazing. The one for Love is super cool. Like it's all like using mirrors to create really wild effects, and all shot in one take, as with all their music videos. Like, I love OK Go. So I don't necessarily know if that is gonna win, but I definitely think OK Go videos should always win. I don't see how, like, they are the best in the game. I refuse to hear any differently. But you've all gone for Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter. Do any of you have particularly strong feelings on this one?
It's good.
Right.
Okay, actually, I have a little bit of logic behind this. I
Okay.
just know the kind of performer that Sabrina Carpenter is. And she loves a show. Like, she loves to put on a performance. So I have not watched the music video. I think I've seen like maybe clips of it, but she's a phenomenal performer and she knows what her audience wants generally. And so I don't see any reason why her music video would be any different.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I also just want to add, like, to my understanding, the dance for Manchild, like the TikTok dance for Manchild, came from the music video. Or like the two were interrelated, and that like was a huge trend for a while. That might have been enough. Like, if the two are embroiled, it might have gotten enough voters to go, oh, this was like a really popular dance because of the video. The video was popular and a cultural trend, therefore I'm voting for it.
Okay, fair enough. Obviously, not being on TikTok, that is not a factor that plays into any of my feelings ever. Let's move it along to folk album. Decided to include folk album because Jeter listens to a reasonable amount of folk. You will notice that it is folk album though. That's because for some reason there is no folk song or folk performance like the others. I went for those for the categories they had them in, but we can only pick an album for folk album. So let's see what everybody's gone for. Okay. Mostly agreement again. Cass is the outsider on this one. Cass, you've gone for Crown of Roses, Patty Griffin. I'm going to stretch and say that you went for that one because Patty Griffin is the only artist name you recognised.
That is such a good observation. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I vaguely recognized Patty Griffin and I went that one and
Very fair.
moved on. Yeah.
I do love Patty Griffin's voice, but so my logic before I throw it to people, because I know Jeter actually listened to this album. My thought was, only 2 of the nominees actually had a wiki page, which makes me think if they don't have a wiki page, they must be at least somewhat irrelevant, because that's how the world works. And of the 2 that had ones with wiki pages, I have heard of Jason Isbell and not I'm with her. So, you know. Eloise, any particular logic?
I don't know who any of these people are,
Okay.
so I literally went off odds.
Okay, fair
So,
enough.
There we go. There's my input. You're welcome.
Jeter, is it a good album?
I really like Foxes in the Snow. This is like, it's interesting. I listen to a lot of like, I wouldn't call my music taste folk as much as like Stomp and Holler, which is like much, for those who don't know, like much more of the Mumford and Sons, Noah Kahn,
Oh yeah.
which
Okay.
is a lot
Wow.
more like alternative. Like I don't really know what to call that genre and where it fits.
Yeah, I know.
It isn't really folk, but I venture a little bit into folk.
Like the Civil
Just
Wars
generally on,
when they were a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say generally, as far as this album goes, I'm really interested that Jesse Wells is on this list. He's a TikTok artist that he went super viral for making a song called like "War Isn't Murder," and he posts a lot of like kind of high level protest songs on TikTok that went super viral. Post like the United Healthcare CEO getting murdered and stuff about Gaza. So I find it interesting that he even got this recognition because his work is so political, even for a folk genre that is
Oh,
highly politicized. But I
I'm
think
aware.
Jason Isbell is like heavily favored for this. I mean, Foxes in the Snow at its peak was 27th on the US Billboard 200. That is very high for a folk album. I think this probably will be a runaway success for Jason Isbell, but I'd like to be, I'd be interested if I'm wrong.
We needed Jeter on this episode just to provide some
Just for that.
vague music knowledge.
Listen to a lot of music.
Yeah. Okay, next we come to country. From this point, we're mostly doing the best performance and best song for each of them. There are a lot of overlaps, but not fully. For the people who are as confused as me, best performance kind of specifically refers to the artist and how they sing or perform said song, whereas the song awards is more about the writing. So like it can be a really well written song that's not very well sang, and then it won't be in both. Some of them do cross over though. So we'll start with country song. Let's see. Oh, interesting. We've got 3 different answers. Incredible. I have gone Summer Over Laredo primarily because I am a big Lainey Wilson fan. So if I don't have strong knowledge or guess, then I just go with what I like. And Lainey Wilson is awesome. That is the extent. I'm not expecting to win this episode, by the way. This one's just me hosting because someone needs to.
Yeah.
Cass and Eloise, you have both gone for a song to sing, which is Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton. I do also love Chris Stapleton and quite like Miranda Lambert, but it is not a song I am as familiar with. Can either of you talk about the song, or did you both just go off names?
I went off names.
Okay,
100%. But I'm a huge Miranda Lambert fan. I love her so much. So
that's fair. Eloise?
So I've listened to almost all these songs.
Yes.
And I'm definitely a minority in this group of people because I absolutely hate country.
Yeah. That's
Almost
fine.
the entirety, almost all country music. I can stand some songs like the Shabuzi song in this is pretty good, but I didn't like it. I don't like country, and it just felt like a obvious option.
Okay.
I grew up in the West. Like saying you don't like country in the Western United, like especially in like the Midwest, like it's akin to saying I like to kill puppies. Like it's not. You
Or
don't.
I
I mean,
vote
even if you
Democrat.
have that, exactly. No, like
Post
you may think it.
1970.
Yes, you may think it. You do not say it like people definitely don't like country in the Midwest. If you don't say it out loud. Like that's not something you admit to. I do actually love country music though. Like I grew up on it. My husband listens to it all the time. Like I actually got more into country once I married him. So yeah, it's fun. I like it.
Uh, and
But I
then
understand what you
Yes.
Jeeta, you have gone for Biting List Tyler Childers, who I know you've seen live this year.
Yeah,
so
I saw Tyler Childers. I saw Tyler once this year, and he'd been on my concert list for a while. I listen to a lot of country music. The genre is changing a lot, so much so that they've actually split the album category into now traditional and contemporary, which I think is important and well deserved. Not that we're predicting it. I just think Bitin' List is a super fun song. I don't think it's Tyler's best work, but it's an awesome song to listen to. And it was one of my favorite off of his most recent project. Um, so I don't know. I don't know that this one will win as much as I'm hoping it'll win. And this is a little bit of copium. It would not surprise me if this is somewhere over Laredo. Um, I'd be surprised if it's Shabuzi or Zach Top, but I could see the other three winning just based off name recognition. I don't know the Zach Top song as well, but Bitin' List is really fun for anyone who hasn't heard it. It's just basically
love.
the equivalent of country shit talking, so it's pretty good.
I love those ones. Okay. That's right up my alley.
Eloise's face throughout this is killing me.
I was waiting. I was gonna mention it when it was my turn to speak, and I was like, no, I'll wait until Jesus said it because this has to be one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. I hate it so much. I actually hate it. It's
So good.
it's one of the only songs.
Is it super, super country?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
Then
country.
that's why you hate it
but
and
also
why we love it. Like
very like. I don't think I've ever heard a song mention rabies so many times. It is certainly, and then describe what rabies does, and it's.
oh my gosh, that sounds so
Yeah,
redneck, and I'm
the
here
premise
for
of the
it.
song is the final line of the chorus is if a time comes that I have rabies, you're high on my biting list.
that is the song. Yes, I hate it.
I love it. Oh, I'm listening.
Excellent
That's what
song for
I'm
the
looking.
year of hating people.
Oh,
I'm here. Like you need a good song that talks about murder,
giving
but in
people rabies?
socially acceptable ways. Yeah, it's
Because
fun
someone
when
talks
it's
about murder.
music. It's fun. Rabies is murder. Like you are going to when you get rabies, you are going to die. It is
Oh,
not a question of if. Once you get rabies, you
Oh,
are
dear.
dead, and and you look really creepy while doing so.
oh. Okay, good, fine. This episode is wild. I'm going to go to country performance next because that's next on the list. I am once again sticking to my Lainey Wilson love. This time, Cass and Eloise are joining me. Jeeta is on his own, still on his Tyler Childers island. I mean, Eloise, do you have anything positive to say about the Lainey Wilson song?
It was one of the better songs. It was definitely well produced. That's why I put it here because it's well produced, well done. Like it's got good. It's a well done song. It's not my cup of tea, but it's one of the ones I could listen to it.
It's tolerable for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not say that it's Lainey's best song at all, but I don't particularly like Shabuzi. I like Tyler Childers, I've heard a couple of bits through Jita, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Zach Top, I don't know. And Chris Stapleton, I love, but I refuse to back anything from the travesty that was the F1 movie.
It's not a good song either. It's very just. I don't know how to explain it. Like, very almost cartoony country. It's. I
Okay,
don't know. It wasn't. I don't understand why it's there.
fair. I mean, yeah. Let's give this one over to Jita. And is this more copium, or do you expect Tyler to win?
My take on this one is this song is pretty well known. Tyler had a recording of it that had previously been released on it was like from a live recording.
Mm-hmm.
So he had previously released this from like a live session that he did. And this was on one of like I believe it was actually released separate from like I don't think it was on the most recent album. I think it was released separately, but I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I think it might do well because people have heard it. Because the live recording of it came out in like 2020 or 2021 or something like that. So it's been around for a little while and people are pretty familiar with it. It's one of his more popular songs, to be honest. But it had never been on an album
Okay.
until this year. So I think that it might be like because people already are familiar with it in a different way, it might have been able to succeed a little bit better.
Fair enough. Next, we are going into the world of rap. So obviously, I'll be looking to Cass for the commentary on these. No,
Obviously.
yes. We'll start with rap song. See what everybody's gone for. Interesting. So, I went TV off because I kind of am going. There's a lot of Kendrick things, which kind of makes me assume that Kendrick probably gonna win things. But
He is the most nominated person for this year's Grammys.
yes, like you don't usually get a most nominated person who then doesn't win that much. So
Win
I'm
a
like,
lot.
I'm kind of going. I'll play the odds in the areas where I don't know as much. Cass, I'm gonna say yeah. Once again, only song you knew.
What did I even put there?
You said Anxiety, Dochi.
Oh yeah. The only song I vaguely recognized. Yep.
Okay. And then Eloise, you've gone for The Birds Don't Sing, which apparently is Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Any?
And John Legend.
Yeah, that's a featuring.
the
I don't
chorus.
count the featurings.
Yeah, he's in the chorus.
To clarify, Clips is Pusha T and Malice. That's like their pairing name.
Oh, okay. That's it. It lists it as Clips, comma Pusha T and Malice.
Oh yeah,
So
they do that for groups. Okay, I didn't know that beforehand. I just was like,
Mhm.
oh, they're in all the songs. Yeah, I think that obviously I hadn't heard of the song like a few of the ones in here because I'm not huge into rap, but I can appreciate it. It's a really good song.
okay.
Like, it's really good. It's incredibly written. It's as I think two very long verses about the loss of parents. Basically, it's very deep, very heavy. And then the chorus is really good too, and it's just really well written. So, I think if it's not a certain Kendrick Lamar, then it will be this song because I think it's the best written out of the bunch.
Okay. And then Jita, you're another for Dochi.
Yeah. This was one of the hardest categories for me to pick, to be honest. There isn't a song on this list that I don't enjoy. So I really tried to focus on like the writing side of it. And I don't think that TV Off is even the best written song on GNX. And as much I think Kendrick will win big but I don't know that it'll be this one because this is a pretty stiff category for him to be up against. Wouldn't surprise me if it's The Birds Don't Sing. But Doechii was very impressive last year's Grammys, and Anxiety was like huge this year over here.
everywhere.
Like just literally everywhere, to the point that I think Doechii will win something after last year's successes, which leads me to believe that Doechii, like this might be the best spot for Doechii to pick something up, especially considering Anxiety is like, it's not the most heavily produced song, but it is creative in the way that it approaches its idea. So,
Okay, fair enough. And then we go to rap performance, and yeah, there are a couple of like repeats here. So will we get repeats in our answers? I mean, I stuck with Kendrick because I'm just playing the odds here. Like
can I clarify something? I
uh,
assume you mean TV Off. Kendrick is featured on
Yes,
Chains
he
and
is.
Whips.
oh yes, I am yes. TV Off. I am. I hadn't noticed that he was also on something else, but that is a featuring. So I wouldn't have gone with him for a featuring. Maybe if it was included in the main. Yeah, I'm just sticking to expecting Kendrick to win a lot. Therefore, put his name down a fair bit. Cass, you have gone for outside Cardi B. I mean, Doechii and Anxiety was still there. So did you know two songs?
It was more because Cardi B had a very memorable performance in court this year that went viral with some of her responses, and I just wanted to give her something because she, the way she was in court when she was on the stand, amazing. Incredible. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. And I mean, honestly, like I wanted to give her something. Like there was no reason behind the music. There was nothing behind the musical thing. It's more because like I love her for what she did in court, and it had nothing to do with performance, but everything to do with Cardi B.
Oh dear.
I wish I'm imagining if the wiki said best rap performance, Cardi B in God.
No, you need to go, like, again, nothing to do with this song, but you need to go look up Cardi B in
I've
court
seen bits of it,
because
and it is very funny.
where she makes the lawyer look like an absolute idiot, and it's hats off to her. Like, she's amazing.
Oh.
Like,
Eloise, you've gone TV off. Is this just Kendrick guesswork?
Yeah, I very much don't think it will win the song, but I definitely think it has a very good chance of winning best rap performance because
Gotcha.
it's Kendrick. It's a good song.
Okay.
I think out of the other songs, I do really like Chains and Whips. Is a very good song. It'll be between those two, I think, and maybe Anxiety. Ugh. So I didn't get to say anything about Anxiety, but I'm gonna say it now. I hate the song. Every time I hear the instrumental, I think it's the Gotcha song, and then it's not, and it really upsets me. There you go.
Yeah, because it's sampled somebody I used to know.
Yeah.
Very heavily sampled. Like it's the same thing.
yeah.
Indeed.
Every time I hear it, I think I'm watching a YouTube short because like I'm guessing it was on TikTok too, but like there was a little bit where that song seemed to be playing in the background of everything.
Yep.
So like I now don't think of Goche. I think of this song, but just like constant, scrolling down like, oh, next shot, oh, it's the same song. Next shot, oh, it's the same fucking song. But yeah. Jita, you've found a way to express your Kendrick love through a different medium.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be too much of a homer for Kendrick. Like this might be an overcorrection of my biases. Like I loved GNX. I listened to it a lot. And I didn't want to just be picking songs that I like because I like them because my taste isn't the taste of the voting public. Um or the vote not the voting public like but like the collection of people who vote.
Yeah.
Um and I think there like I really like GNX, but there's a chance that because he's going to clean up on some of the there's a chance he might get some of the bigger awards. I don't typically that would lead you to believe that you also win your category, but I think that there was a lot of really good rap music this year, um, but not a lot of it had the platform to be like I love Kendrick and it was an awesome album and it got huge platform because of the beef last year, but I don't actually think it was some of the best rap music released this year. Um, and I think that this clip song is awesome. Um, it wouldn't surprise me if TV Off wins. I think I'm playing the odds a little bit here and hoping that I might be able to pick up something that's off the beaten path. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Chains and Whip wins, but equally, if most of these songs win, it wouldn't surprise me. Tyler had a great year. Anxiety is huge. Maybe I wouldn't be picking a song based on a court performance, but you never know. Cardi B is relatively popular.
She's
Oh,
huge. Like that did blow her. I mean, again, like as silly as it is, like her in court went viral, and I do think that it made people notice her more as an artist because they just liked her. They were like, this girl, like she takes no shit, like none.
uh,
So I don't
uh,
know. I do think it actually helped her as an artist in
uh.
like the weirdest PR thing I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, I've definitely seen weirder PR. Let's go to the R&B categories. Like again, this is not music that I know much about, so I'm just here to host and vaguely take part. Uh, okay. I went for yes, it is because although I have no idea who Leon Thomas is, I don't believe he's someone that's like made the journey from the States to the UK, unless I'm just really ignorant. He seems to be nominated in a lot of categories.
Yeah.
Like a lot of categories, and so this is similar to my me playing the Kendrick odds. I'm just like, if you're nominated a lot, you're probably gonna win some stuff. So I've gone for that. Uh, Cass, you've gone for a song called "Heart of a Woman" by Summer Walker. I've not even heard of Summer Walker. Is that are you familiar with her, or did you just like the name of the song?
I like the name of the song, and I had a feeling like it was gonna have, just based on the name of the song and weirdly enough, the name of the artist. I was like, this feels like something I would enjoy. I'm gonna go listen to it after this because obviously I had no time to listen to it before this. But
Yeah.
I have a good feeling. Like that says I'll
Okay.
not hate it.
Fair. One of my favorite things about this episode is my ability, based on the genre, to basically pretty consistently predict why has chosen to, to
Okay, I need to talk to you less. This is what I'm learning is that you know too much about me, and this is a problem. This is starting to become a problem in our friendship.
I mean, to
Is
be
that there's
fair,
not enough.
I didn't predict, Cardi B because she was good in court, so you still have some
I
mysteries.
got some. I I have some mystery, just not a lot of depth to the mystery. So,
Oh,
to be fair.
oh dear. I do think at this point, unless something else happens, good in court might have to be the episode.
Oh no.
Oh, Eloise and Jeter, you've both gone for Folded by Kailani. Again, don't know anything about this. This is not my genre. Uh, Eloise, I am assuming it was your favorite of the ones you listened to.
No.
Oh,
So with a lot of these, I have to go with if I like a song a lot, I then don't put it up as my prediction because that's not how it works. It's normally songs I don't like do well because I just especially with like a category like R&B, I'm not the most into R&B, so I very much was not aware of anyone in this category apart from obviously a very well known not a very nice person who's
yes.
in this.
Yeah.
And I very much didn't really listen to that song because I didn't want to. But it just felt like it would do the best. I think that's Jesus is definitely gonna have a better explanation, but it was probably I don't think it was amazingly written, but then that's just because I'm biased because I don't really enjoy the genre.
Jeter.
I don't listen to a ton of R&B. It's one of the blind spots in my music taste. I know that Leon Thomas is having a breakout year.
Yes.
I know that Kalani is a big name. I didn't know much about Summer Walker or Duran Bernard, and I refused to give it CB. So I went with Kalani after listening to the two songs. I think it's between those two. I really couldn't tell you particularly why, other than like I can't give you anything that is anything insightful. It's just kind of like I looked online and tried to go with the people that I respect their music opinions of and see what they were thinking.
Fair enough. Moving on to R&B performance, which I suspect will be just as insightful, given our various musical preferences. I mean, yeah, three Leon Thomases and Cassas is sticking with her Summer Walker pick. Does anybody have anything to say that we haven't already covered, or can we just move on to the next one?
I think out of all the R&B songs from the two categories, this one is the best out of them, and it also seems obviously Leon Thomas is nominated a lot for this, so yeah, this seems like a very obvious choice, and I think he submitted the song last year, so that's why this one is a live version. At is it the Tiny Desk?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's awesome that they're judging specifically the Tiny Desk performance.
Yes. And it's really good. It is really good.
Oh yeah, totally.
So, yes.
But, all right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Seemingly, it is a blind spot for all of us. So next we move on to rock. I mean, I did consider putting like the alternative and metal bits in because I think three of us kind of can cover that bit, but I figured it was unfair to like weight it too much. I've just tried to keep it consistent. So we've got rock song and rock performance. First off, rock song. Interesting.
Ooh.
Tutus. I said zombie. I'm not going to explain why, for reasons that will become apparent. Eloise, you also went zombie.
I'm trying to decipher what that means. Okay, so I went with zombie because it's very, very, very well written. It's a tribute to the nurses. So yeah, and obviously it is a certain young blood, and very much is very much on the up and up in public knowledge. But I was very excited because finally this is one that I am very well aware of, and I don't think I heard many of the songs, but I very much enjoyed listening to them. But I mean, if I was biased, I would have gone with Caramel because that song is incredible. But I decided to try to play it safer But if that wins, I will be annoyed because I do love Caramel. But no, those songs were very good.
And then yeah, Cass and Jita, you've gone for Caramel. I mean, I'm going to guess that Cass went for Caramel because she's got a sweet tooth.
It just looked like a good song, and honestly, I wasn't sure about it until I realized that Jeter picked the same song. And then when I heard that Jeter picked the same song, I was like, my reasons for picking it weren't great, but I somehow managed to pick the same song as the guy who knows most of the music. So I'm feeling pretty good.
But Jita, why did you pick Caramel?
I won't lie, I don't listen to a ton of new rock. But I know that Sleep Token are pretty popular. And this was when I listen to rock, I'm listening to stuff that typically is at least a few years old, sometimes a lot more than a few years old. And I didn't really go through and listen to these because I was filling out this prediction earlier today. And it's just kind of been a crazy day. But I do know, as I said, Sleep Token are pretty highly regarded. And once again, like as I was going through my predictions, I had the opinions of the people whose musical opinions I respect up on my other screen. And for my blind spots, I was kind of trusting them a little bit more heavily.
Okay, on to rock performance. Yeah, okay. So, the part of the reason that I wasn't going to talk about Zombie for Rock Song, to me, it feels like whether or not people like him or not, Youngblood seems to have had a hell of a year. I am probably more confident about this category than any other because I don't think there is any way, given that it was the song he performed at Ozzy Osbourne's final concert.
Yep.
I don't think there is any hope that Youngblood doesn't win this category. Like, with the exception of Changes, because it's a cover, like it's Ozzy's song from like the 70s. I have not heard a single one of these songs, which makes me like, this is my sort of music, but like, just these are interesting choices. These are not choices that I would have necessarily made. So for me, the fact that the Youngblood performance has somebody from Sleep Token, I was like,
Yeah,
that makes me go, are they going to give it to one of them for the song? And so I've just kind of committed to a Youngblood bit. Like, strangely, this is completely true. The last ever gig I went to, before I had to stop going to like regular music stuff because of disability, a young Youngblood was the opening act.
wow.
Had no idea who he was, but pretty enjoyed his set. I went there to watch two bands, one of which I know Eloise is about the only other person I know who knows them, the La Fontaines.
Oh yes, love them.
I know them.
Oh, very cool.
Fair.
Yes.
Okay.
Thought you were gonna pull out some niche name.
The La
It's a
Fontaines are
semi-niche.
niche.
Yeah,
They're
it's
niche, but like, I don't know. My music taste is pretty deep. I've heard of them.
Yeah.
That might also be because I've sent you stuff years ago on like your
Yeah, you
Twitch
probably played on the
streams.
stream too.
Yeah. So yeah, it was La Fontaines and Youngblood supporting Don Broker.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the last gig I ever went to. So I kind of have a slight soft spot for Youngblood. I don't like all his music, but he seems all right. He was friendly when I briefly met him at the merch stand. So, but yeah. Cass, you have gone for Metazapine by Hayley Williams. I mean, I can see you liking Hayley Williams. Is that
Yeah. Yeah, that's me liking Haley Williams. Like she's incredibly talented and she is like definitely up and coming again. Like she kind of faded into obscurity for a while and she's making a comeback and I would love to see that like be a successful comeback because she is so talented.
I didn't even realize she was releasing solo music. I still thought that she was all in on Paramore. Eloise, get
Yeah.
your cursor thing off my.
Why did you do? I didn't do anything.
I knew which colours
Cass
were
might be
which.
displeased. Cass might be displeased with me later.
Okay, interesting.
We'll get there when we get there.
Eloise, you've also gone changes. Anything I didn't cover that you want to say about changes?
Well, I mean, it's incredible. The cover is incredible. Arguably one of the best performances of a cover ever. So that's probably going to sweep this category very easily. I only had heard. I think I'd heard bits of this, but it was the first time I properly heard changes done live from that gig. I'd obviously heard the Emptiness Machine. Like that was a very big thing when Linkin Park debuted their new lead singer. And it is very good, and it could easily win this. I did also really like I'd not heard of the I've never heard of Turnstile before, and I heard Never Enough, and I was like, this is really good. So there's that too. But yeah, it's an interesting pick. There certainly are picks for this category, but I think it's very easily going to be the cover of Changes.
And then Jita, you have gone for said Turnstile song. Any particular reason?
Once again, not super familiar with like some of these categories, and clearly I missed that Changes was like I guess it just when I was predicting it didn't click that Changes was the cover from the concert. And I maybe would have gone for a different pick without it. But I, trusting the opinions of music critics and stuff like that I keep up with, they all said that, like, if there was going to be an outside chance, and I felt like I'd been predicting a whole bunch of kind of more popular picks, this could be one that's a bit of an outsider. And I was just kind of taking a shot in the dark.
Hey. Next we come on to the pop category. So we're gonna have pop. We're only gonna have pop performance because pop album we've not been doing albums, and then pop recording I guess they think comes under record of the year. I'm guessing. I really do. This has so confused me trying to work out the Grammys for the first time. Like it feels so arbitrary and
Random.
bizarre on many standards. But yeah, let's have a look at pop performance. Okay, yeah. Just
yeah.
Okay, let's instead of going over Sabrina Carpenter, because I feel like we've had and will have a fair amount of chance to talk about Sabrina Carpenter. Did any of you seriously consider any of the other songs?
I think I considered the Subway for a little bit, but then I was like, no, it's probably gonna be Man Child. So I was thinking maybe Chapel Roan, but that wasn't.
That's what I considered. Yep.
But it wasn't as big as Man
No.
Child or as anything she did last year. So.
And I'd also add, I don't think the Subway was Chapel's best performance.
No.
Like, Chapel has and will make better music. Like, has made and will make better music than the Subway. Messy was huge over here, so it wouldn't... it would surprise me, but I could see it. That song just kind of rubs me... Maybe I heard it one too many times, but, like, I get a little bit frustrated with it. and I don't love it. And then I'm not a huge Gaga person.
Yeah.
And so I can't speak enough about, like, I can't really comment on whether Disease would be fit for this or not. But I know Manchild was enormous.
It's got a chance. I
Uh,
think it definitely also does stand out. It's the one thing is obviously that's not the best Gaga song, but the weird splitting of the genres and categories means that Abracadabra is in dance pop for some reason. I mean, I suppose it is, but yeah. So if it was in this, then that would be a harder decision for me. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I considered Messy because
Yeah.
Messy for me, other than the Sabrina Carpenter song, like I watch stuff like different countries' versions of The Voice, including ones that I don't necessarily speak the language, and Messy seems to be the only song other than any Sabrina Carpenter stuff in that list that has like had global appeal, seemingly. So I figured that might mean that it did well, but we'll see. Okay, now we come on to the 6 awards they call General Feel. So these are the last 2 that are not part of the big 4. So we've got Songwriter of the Year first. Yeah, this one, the next 2 I did kind of figure we might all agree on. So I mean, I'm gonna say that I looked at all the songs that were like included as part of their like sample collections, and the one with the most songs that seem to be in lots of other categories belonged to Amy Allen. So I said Amy Allen. Does anyone have a different logic to that before we move on?
The other person that I could realistically seeing this being is Tobias Jesso Jr.
I think we read the same source, same sort of write up about this.
I was over a couple different,
But yeah,
but
it was
probably similar sources. I mean, it's also some of these opinions are pretty commonly held by a bunch of different
yeah.
people.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
saw
yes.
that Laura Veltz wrote a Jessie Murph song and automatically discounted her because everything I've heard by Jessie Murph is horrendous. Absolutely awful. Don't understand the point of her existence.
Bit harsh.
Not as the invalidating a person's entire existence.
Yeah, just no.
Not surprising, but still.
Awful. Awful. Okay. Let's move on to producer and see whether that we've all done the same thing for that as well. Oh, okay. We do have
Oh,
a
wow.
difference. Why Eloise and I seem to be matching on a lot of things. Like where there's dissent, it's Eloise and I agreeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have had the same answers for a little while now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 5 categories in a row or something like that.
I genuinely think that part of this might be like what has translated across to the UK and what is very, very American.
Fair.
Possible.
But yeah, Circuit had Abracadabra, which is nominated quite a few times, and Apata, which is nominated quite a few times, and like I saw Ed Sheeran and The Weeknd's name, and as much as I think most of Ed Sheeran's music is dross, the world likes him, so that's my logic. Anything to add, Eloise?
Yeah, he also did a Jade song, so it's also probably helps that our brains are probably more used to those names.
That is true, yeah.
And I mean, I get why the other 2 went the way they did. It's very bold. If that because it's just one album, but
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
it's a big album.
it is, but yeah.
I mean, Cass, I can't quite guess what your logic here is going to be. Is it just Kendrick nominated lots?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what it was.
I mean, I've done it in other places. I can't blame you. I think it was a little bit difficult, more difficult for me to do that for the same reason Louise says. It's harder when they just have one
Yeah.
thing on their list for the year.
How much do you guys want me to talk about Kendrick and the production of this album? I'll keep it quick.
I'll give you 2 minutes tops.
I'll keep it quick.
Okay.
Soundwave is the lead producer for Kendrick and has been for all of Kendrick's albums. And has not won Producer of the Year, which has been around since I want to say the 50s. I think he's overdue because Kendrick's albums are consistently some of the best produced albums. Historically, this category has been really dominated by producers who dabble in a bunch of different things and or Jack Antonoff through his work with Taylor. And I think that this is the first time in a while where you have a really well produced Kendrick album in a field that otherwise, we're talking about individual songs or projects as opposed or songs or records or as opposed to like full work on one album.
Yeah.
And Soundwave and Kendrick worked in lockstep on this album to really kind of execute a very specific vision on celebrating the West Coast. And it would not surprise me if Soundwave finally gets his flowers. It's a risk because he did only work on GNX. And he really does only work on Kendrick stuff, barring a few exceptions, to my understanding. But like, I think GNX is poised for a good year, and I think as a project, it's a lot better as a composite than it is on any individual song. And I think that Soundwave is a big part of that, and therefore I just think that like it would make sense for him to finally get his producer that I think he deserves.
Okay. Barely under 2 minutes, but you did it. Um right, let's move on then to the first of the big four. We're going new artist. Let's see what everybody goes for.
Oh no.
Interesting. Okay, so I went for Olivia Dean on the basis that I don't really understand all the like deadlines and all this shit. A lot of people, including Jeter, have been going on about Olivia Dean, and so I was like, like I mean, of the ones I know, so Olivia Dean, I've heard of. Cat's Eye, I've heard of, but sounds like K-pop stuff, so not my thing. The Marias, no idea. Addison Rae is a TikToker, no idea what she's doing here. Somber, I really like 12 to 12. 12 to 12 might be one of my favourite songs of 2025. But I've also heard that the rest of his album is shite. So, Leon Thomas, we've established. Don't know him, but is nominated a lot. Lola Young, know one song. Understand it's popular, but it's kind of annoying. And Alex Warren has had one huge single, but doesn't appear, to the best of my reading, to be able to sing. So, I like, this tells me it was not a great year. So I just went for the one thing I know Jeter likes, because I assumed he'd go for it too, but apparently not. Cass, you seemingly disagree with my take that Alex Warren can't sing.
I think he's a decent singer. I do think that he was pretty big this year with The Ordinary, like that was everywhere. And so I think he's got a decent shot. I mean, how talented he is debatable, but I mean, you can't ignore the fact that his song, literally, you couldn't, like, it was another one of those ones that was all over the place this year. So,
I mean, sure, but like one year the Crazy Frog was everywhere. I wouldn't call it the best new artist. Like, um, I just yeah, I've had this rant before about Alex Warren. Alex Warren is America's Lewis Capaldi. The difference is that where Lewis Capaldi, he's not a great singer. He has a very limited range, but he puts a lot of feeling and emotion into his songs, and he himself is very likable. Alex Warren is like Lewis Capaldi's talent level, but with a lack of charisma or feeling or seemingly any emotion. It's like if Lewis Capaldi was American and a sociopath. But that's
I love a good
bit
Z
harsh.
rant. I love a good Z rant.
oh, it's just so boring, so incredibly boring.
We could bring up Megan Trainor and then really get him going.
Oh.
You
That
get
would
me
set
going,
Jeter
too.
off as well, though. Jeter also hates Megan Trainor, so Jeter arguably hates Megan Trainor more than I do. Eloise, you went for Leon Thomas.
I'm just a bit bothered by your comment that Lewis Capaldi cannot sing. That kind of I'm rattled.
He can sing within about like an octave.
Sure, but
He has very limited range. He is not technically a great singer. He is a good emoter. He's not a great singer.
I'd consider him a good singer. He very much, even if his range may be limited, he's very good in that range. So
I for the record, I like quite a few Lewis Capaldi songs. I am not slagging off Lewis Capaldi.
you are.
I'm slagging off Alex Warren in comparison to Lewis Capaldi, who is considerably better despite arguably having the same level of natural talent, which
Yes.
isn't a great deal.
So now's a good time to say I've never heard of Alex Warren, and I'm glad I haven't.
Yeah,
you
should listen to
you
Ordinary
will have
and then
heard his
listen to it
song.
another 20 times.
You will have heard his song. I
You will
Probably.
have heard his
absolutely
Yeah,
guarantee it. You will have heard his main song.
Okay.
100%.
I'll-
There's
I'll-
no
I'll-
way.
It
I'll
has
test that later.
it has been literally everywhere, like,
Yeah.
and it's not
It's
a
not
good
my
song.
favorite song. Just for the record, it's not my favorite. Like, it's not one that I go out and listen to voluntarily.
Yeah, it's
Um,
weird. It's a weird song as well. It's basically about how he wants to fuck someone until they both die. Like.
He wrote it for his wife.
Yes, but like, you can write a song for your
You're-
wife without it being so. Like, if you're going to be morbid, don't be sexual. If you're going to be sexual, don't be morbid. Like, it's like,
Hey,
I'm
some
gonna
people are into
fuck you
that.
till you're a ghost. Like, no, shut the fuck up. Sorry, that song
not
really
defending-
makes me
Realize
angry.
I'm not defending the song either.
I know you're not. I know you're. I just genuinely. He annoys me so much.
You're literally ranting to a group of people that agree with you. And
Yes,
I love
no,
it.
I know. I just. There is. Yeah. Okay. I will stop myself. Jeter, why have you gone for Leon Thomas?
So I've got a couple things that I want to say. We've already covered, I think Leon Thomas is the best. This is not nearly as good of a list as last year's. I'm interested to see, and I don't know if anyone would have put this as their bonus, but I'm curious to see if anyone on, like last year they had all of the nominees. So Chappell Roan, Benson Boone, Sabrina, Doechii, I don't know how to say this. I'm not going to say it right. Kruangbin. Ray, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims all performed They did it back to back to back, like they did one big sequence.
Mhm.
I'm curious to see whether that will happen in this year or not. But it was an interesting thing of last year. I do think that this is a much weaker group. I like the Marias. I think I could see Somber winning. I could see Alex Warren winning, but I think it would be like this, the sort of thing where like a lot of people who win Best New Artist historically have like it's not been as big of an issue recently, but it's at times been a bit of like a death knell
Mhm.
for people's careers. And I do think that if it were to be Alex Warren, it would potentially be like it could be the sort of thing that people go, oh, it's just proof that like this trend, whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping it's Leon Thomas because I think Mutt was a really good album. And it deserved to be recognized as much as it was. I'm hoping I actually will get to see Leon Thomas this summer because he's playing at DC with Bruno Mars. They have 2 concerts together. So that's on my list of people I want to see in 2026. But there's a couple people in here or a couple groups that it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm hopeful that it's not Addison Rae or Alex Warren because, as Z said, I do think they are primarily TikTokers who have started making music, and I don't think that their music warrants this award.
Okay, right. Now we are going to get into the other 3 of the big 4. Should point out, thank you, Gita, for reminding me. The big 4 categories, so new artist, song of the year, album of the year, record of the year. They are worth double points in the scoring for this. So they are the vital ones. So I am now especially hoping that Olivia Dean, whose songs I have never heard, is going to win. So yes, song of the year. Let's see how we've gone down this route. Interesting. Okay, fine. So I kind of considered what route to go down. My logic was that it felt like the Sabrina ones were more about Sabrina and less about like the writing. So then I kind of went for, well, what it has been in a lot of other categories otherwise. And whilst I don't particularly like Capita, I kind of thought it seems to be nominated a fair bit, so I thought I'd chance my arm on it. Cass, you have gone for Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. Is that a you choice, or are you like channeling your daughter?
I actually genuinely like this song.
Okay.
And I think that, I mean, the story behind like the whole K-pop Demon Hunters movie and the music in it, like it's all just really good. And Golden was everywhere, like everywhere. And I mean, there was a point where my kids were watching it 2 or 3 times a day. Um, don't comment on how much my kids are watching TV because that's a whole separate issue. Um, but it was literally everywhere, and it's actually a very good song. And um, yeah, like I think it does have a decent. I mean, it wasn't, you know, anything related to K-pop Demon Hunters wasn't nominated all that much, but I think this is one that they've got a shot at.
Okay. Eloise, anything to add on Golden?
I'm pretty sure they were nominated 3 times.
Yeah.
So it's out of some of these, it's one of the lesser awarded ones. Though there are some that are nominated less, but I just feel like this would have. I wonder if there's a reason why they haven't put Golden in the record of the year, Because I have a feeling that there might have been an outside chance just because of how popular this song was that Ant might have had some sort of chance of winning in that. It's just annoyingly a well written pop song that got very very big, very big, and it'll be a nice story for them to whoa these three artists have got something at a big award show, whoa, and they'll enjoy that moment. Yeah, some of the others make sense, but I just think it will sweep that category.
Okay. And then GT, you've gone for DTMF.
Yeah, so I've got a few thoughts, and this kind of leads into record of the year, and I don't want to like jump the gun on record of the year either.
So,
but I think a lot. Yeah. No, what I'm gonna say is like I'm gonna explain my pick for song of the year, but it does relate to record of the year.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that you need to reveal it. But last year, Kendrick won song and record of the year with what's Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I had checked it, but now it's slipping my mind. I don't think that always necessarily happens.
No.
And I think that was like kind of a rare thing. I think one of the two will be Kendrick with Luther. I love that song. It's probably my favorite off the album. And when I think of that song, it could really fall into both of these. But for those who haven't listened to it, it's called Luther because it has an interpolation of a Luther Vandross song. And I thought that it was more of an engineering, like as much as the songwriting is good, I thought that the production on it was what made the song. And because I don't think that Kendrick's going to win both, I also think that WTMF, or DTMF, because it actually was called DTMF, is a really well-written song that has a lot to share and was really popular. And I'm really rooting for Bad Bunny to win some stuff because I think it would be really important and really like prevalent to have a song like this win this big of an award. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Luther. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Golden, but I do think DTMF has a decent chance if it isn't Kendrick.
Okay. Let's move it on then to album of the year. See if we're all disagreeing or agreeing. Okay, we've got 3 Kendricks and a Bad Bunny. Cass, why have you gone for Bad Bunny?
I just think he is so talented, and I think that he's a big name right now, especially where he's slated to perform at the Super Bowl. I think he could use the publicity right now, and I do think that because of all of that, I think he's got a good shot. I think his name is out there a lot right now. And again, like he is very, very talented. The one issue that he might run into is because he's Latino, like that is stupidly political right now in the United States. So that might be where he runs into trouble. I hope it's not, but I don't trust that it won't happen for sure. So, but I hope so.
Fair enough. I said GNX because for me, like, Eloise, get your cursor off the screen. I felt like everybody involved in GNX is at some point nominated somewhere else. So Jack Antonoff nominated somewhere else. Soundwave offer like somewhere else. Like everything about it, the writing, the production, the performance, everywhere is nominated somewhere. Therefore, if nothing else, even if Kendrick gets snubbed otherwise, I feel like it makes sense to give the album of the year to everybody involved in it, because then nobody involved can say they were snubbed on it. If that thought process kind of vaguely makes sense.
That really makes sense.
Eloise, why have you gone GNX?
It's Kendrick.
Okay, fine. Jeeta?
I'm just gonna hold my phone up to the screen as proof. My Spotify Wrapped for the year. Both
We can't see
DTMF,
Yes,
both
it decided to
DTMF
blur.
and GNX were in my top 5 albums of the year. And they're the only 2 albums that were released in this window that were in that time that were in my top 5. I was between the two. I think Kendrick gets it. I will be over the moon if either of them get it. It would be awesome for either of them. I'd be like truly so pleased. I don't know which one it'll be. I'm hoping I've gotten it right here for the points purposes.
Can't wait for it to turn out to be like Phantom Justin Bieber. But yes. Okay. And then the final award category is Record of the Year. See what everyone's gone for. Interesting. We've got a difference again. So I said Manchild for this one, because again, I've basically been trying to hedge my bets on things between Sabrina and Kendrick, because I think both of them will win a lot of things. And I still don't entirely understand the distinctions between like songs and records and performances. Like a lot of it makes my brain hurt, and I am a bear of little brain. But the best I could understand it, like the way for me to like hedge my bets the way I wanted to hedge my bets best, worked by doing Kendrick for album and Manchild for record, and that's what I've gone with. Cass?
Yeah, I mean, I went with Manchild, right?
Yeah.
I cannot remember. Yeah, no, I just think that with how many other places you saw Sabrina Carpenter pop up, it felt safe to put Sabrina Carpenter here. So,
Fair. And then with the other two, we go into more Luthers. So Eloise, you went Luther.
Yeah, I won't take too much time talking about it, but it's just such a good song, just a really good song. There's not many words to describe how good it is, so it's just
yeah.
Kendrick's gonna win a lot, so that's just me just
Love that.
predicting that Kendrick's just gonna win a lot.
I would love that.
Jeter?
I have listened to every song that Kendrick has put out. I think this is in my top 5 Kendrick songs. It is so good. I think the production on it particularly, which makes it relevant for Record of the Year. It's one thing to sample a song. It's another thing to have voices cutting in and out with the sample in time and in flow. This is like a production masterclass. It has to be Luther here. I will be almost upset if it is anything other than Luther here. And I sincerely hope that it is. But I suppose we'll see.
Yes, spontaneous interjection by small human.
We can keep going. She banged her hip on her way out. So we can keep going though. I'll just mute.
Okay, fair enough. We are gonna do biggest winner and biggest loser next. So this is these are obviously not real categories. These are things that we've added So biggest winner is most awards won at this year's Grammys. Biggest loser is the most nominated person to not win a single award. So like if there's like multiple, if the answer turns out to be something like, 3 different people with 3 nominations, then I'll give points for any of them. But yes, let's see. First of all, who we think our biggest winner will be. I suspect it's only going to be one of 2. Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, Jeter, I feel like I've got to come to you. Is this some bet hedging?
A little bit. It's also me, as I talked about with some of the categories above. I know that I have the ways that I view Kendrick's music. There's no guarantee after the big year that he had last year that he has another big year. And I do think that the competition in the rap category is very strong. Whereas I think that some of the other categories that Bad Bunny finds himself in will be not quite so stiff. Kendrick is nominated for 9 things, Bad Bunny's nominated for 6. Granted, of those 6, that includes record, album, and song. So I could be off base here. I have a feeling that if Kendrick struggles with some of the rap categories, which he might, as much as I love the album, this was my best kind of bet at how to protect myself.
Okay. Then Cass, you've gone, well, Manchild / Sabrina Carpenter, you're saying will be the biggest winner.
Yeah.
Confident on that, or did you just feel like it was what you were putting down most, so might as well?
It's a little bit of both. I think that given how popular it's been, I do think that it's got a really good shot. I mean, honestly, like I would be happy if I was wrong if it was either Kendrick or Bad Bunny. Like I would be totally happy to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got a good shot. I think she's got a good shot at this.
Okay.
So
I'm very much playing the odds. That doesn't always happen. Like last year, Beyonce had 11 nominations but didn't win the most awards. But I'm just going with most nominations means most awards, more likely, more chance. I'm literally just playing odds. Eloise, what about you?
I don't hedge my bets. I very much go with my prediction, and I suppose just deal with it if my prediction's really wrong. But if it works, it works very well. I counted how many I think each will win category wise. Out of the 3 favorites, I counted Sabrina win 3. I think Bad Bunny would win 4 because there's a couple of the uh non-American music categories that Bad Bunny would destroy. And then I have Kendrick winning 5. So that was my logic. Is I think just because the sheer amount of times he was nominated, Kendrick is a pretty safe bet.
Let's go on to biggest loser. See where this goes. Eloise and I agreeing again. Cass has put that's Lady Gaga or Mayhem, right? Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So Lady Gaga.
So Cass has gone for Lady Gaga / Mayhem. Any particular reason?
I just don't. With the competition that she's up against, I think she wasn't nominated a ton. I don't see her winning any of the ones that she more than maybe 1 or 2 that she was nominated for. So
I mean, she only needs to win one to be invalid for this category, so you're gonna have to keep your fingers crossed. Eloise and I both going Dochi. Dochi has 5 nominations. For me, I just felt like none of the places she was nominated were slam dunks for her. A lot of the other people who've been nominated a lot, I kind of at least see them picking up one, or they're in areas that I'm not sure enough on, like, production and stuff like that. I'm not confident enough. So Dochi was the most nominated that I could make a considered argument would not win any of the ones nominated for. Anything else to add, Eloise?
Well, yeah, my process was literally go backwards, so go from the top of the most nominated and then work my way down to who I think won't get anything. And yeah, five nominations. I think Dochi's very much in every one of her categories. It's very could win, second or third favorite maybe in my head, but I think we'll just miss out. It's a bit risky, like because it is 5 nominations, so there is less odds than a lot of other options. But yeah,
Very fair. And then Gita, you've gone for the least nominated of the 4 of us. You've gone for Hayley Williams, who has been nominated 4 times.
Yeah, so I did the same process you guys did. I looked at like everyone and how much they'd been nominated. Kendrick with 9 nominations. I'd be floored if he doesn't win something. Gaga, Jack Antonoff, and Circuit have 7. I'd be surprised if they all got locked out. 6 is Bad Bunny, Leon Thomas, Sabrina, and Serban Ganea, who I didn't know anything about. But I kind of went, I don't think that anybody nominated 6 times wouldn't win anything. I was a little bit risky on 5, but I didn't want to stick my neck out on anybody, especially like of the people that were at 5. I didn't have anyone that, like, I individually didn't think would win. Because I'd predicted Turnstile, I'd predicted Soundwave, I'd predicted Dochi, I'd predicted Clips. I think SZA will win Best Pop Duo Performance with Kendrick. I don't know Andrew Watt, and I think Tyler the Creator will win something. So I went to 4. And something that I thought about was that Hayley Williams is in the rock categories and in the alternative categories, which are steep categories for her to win in. Like, there's a lot of competition, and I don't think that that's really where she's established. And we saw that last year that didn't really matter because Beyonce won Best Country Album with Cowboy Carter. But I do think that, like, Hayley Williams, I mean, we talked about where she's nominated, but like rock performance, I don't think she'll win. Obviously, that was disagreed on by Cass. Best rock song, I don't think she'll win that. And then best alternative music performance and best alternative music album, both of them have individuals who are in that category that I think are bigger names that might do better. And I was kind of like, if I'm not confident on one of the 5s, let me take someone from the 4s that I think is in a tricky spot. And that seemed to me to be Hayley Williams.
Yeah, very fair. I think if I hadn't gone Dochi, I think Hayley Williams would have been my second choice. So
looking at it, I'm arguing. I reckon Justin Bieber's a really good choice for 4 as well. I don't think he wins anything.
that's.
I hope he doesn't.
Oh,
I don't like him at all.
Oh, there I was thinking Cass was a believer.
Don't ever say that to me again, okay? No.
Well, I mean, you like Meghan Trainor, so you clearly like crap music.
Yes, but not crap people. So
Chris Brown isn't on the playlist then?
not a fan. No. Meghan Trainor, whether you think her music is crap or not, at the very least, she's a tolerable human. I can't even tolerate Justin Bieber. Like, no, it's been years, like years of active dislike towards Justin Bieber, and it's not changing anytime soon.
So, genuine question. because obviously I listen to these songs. Has anyone heard "Yukon" by Justin Bieber?
No.
It's so bad. he either he uses some kind of like voice effect to make himself high pitch, or he's got someone else to do it and he just ad libs. It's awful. It's actually bad, and I assume Jeter's aware of it.
Oh yeah.
It's bad. I don't know why it's nominated.
All right, fair enough. Okay, let's move on. I mean, this has been a chaotic episode already, arguably one of our most chaotic, but let's add potentially to the chaos by getting on to the bonuses. This, I will say, this is the first episode with our new bonus style. We'll see how it goes. We had a 2025 bonus style. This is our 2026 bonus style. We'll see whether it's our 2027 bonus style. Like, genuinely, who knows? However, let's reveal those, and then we'll explain how it's going to work. Reveal the wages as well. Okay, interesting. I enjoy Jeter and I same but different. Interesting.
Jeez.
Okay. I mean, let's start with Eloise. So, Eloise, you have said that the longest speech will reach over 3 minutes long. I have to assume by this you are meaning winner's acceptance speech. Because obviously the monologue will be longer than that.
Yeah. They'll waffle on for much longer than that.
Okay.
During the night.
I mean,
it's acceptance.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say that unless Jeter or Cass are watching the Grammys, I hate you for this because I somehow have to find a way to time the fucking...
For my bonus, I actually need to be watching the Grammys because I don't think you'll understand. Like, I don't think you'll catch whether my bonus happens or not. Like, okay. I think I actually have to. So I will time the speeches and.
Perfect.
I can try to watch it.
There's a good chance I'll be watching, but I can't confirm for sure.
Okay. I mean, I doubt I will be watching, but we'll see. So, Eloise, being forever the risky better, has said she will either put 2 or 3 of her points up. So this basically means if Eloise is wrong, she either loses 2 or 3 points based on the offer we give her. Alright, the longest speech will reach over 3 minutes long. I feel that I don't know a huge amount about award ceremonies, but 3 minutes sounds like a big stretch to me.
Yes. So I think the longest ever was Bono, about 5 minutes, or roughly about that. In recent years, they've been very strict on cutting it down and very much don't want people to have much of the mic, so everything goes smoothly. But I think some of the big ones can push 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I thought I'd,
Yeah, I think 3 is where we need to go because I don't think that's gonna happen. But I think if it does happen, you deserve to get a whole big 3 points.
Well, no, this isn't how many points she gets. We're going to give odds. So basically, Eloise is saying she's putting up either 2 or 3 points, and we're going to decide. So for me, like I think it's unlikely, but I would say it's more a no than a yes. But I don't think it's completely impossible. So I'd say like I'd go like a 2-1, and then like a smidgen over a 2-1. Like I'd say if you bet 2, I'd give you 5 if you won. I think if you bet 3, I'd give you 8 if you won.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
You alright with that, Cass? Jeter
Yes.
clearly is in about the same place. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 2538 was kind of what I had in my head. I was thinking like 2437, but 2538 works.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to like work out how generous these go over time. This is definitely going to be a learning process, trying to get the ratios right for the bonuses. But I feel like yeah, that feels about what I would expect the betting line to be if I was still working in a bookies. So, Eloise, would you like to put 2 points down, or would you like to put 3 points down?
See, I normally go for the lower option, but considering there's lots of points at play here, and everyone has gone big, I might have to go for the 3. As that will do some sort of dent. So the is it +8, was it?
Yeah. So if
Yeah, so 38.
Yes. Plus 8 if you win, -3 if you lose.
Happy with that.
Okay, cool. First time ever Eloise has taken her higher option.
It's a very low high option, but yes.
It is, but you know. Right. Let's try and do Cass's. Cass has said there will be a man-child on Love Is Blind reference at least once. Her low offer is 2. Her high is 8. So we're looking at big differences. I feel like I might need to refer to Jeter because I feel like you seemed to be vaguely aware of the reference. You seem to like know the song better, and you know the Grammys better. Like, where does this sit?
I think that this is a fairly niche reference to pop culture, but related to a relevant song.
Okay.
I think that this is the sort of joke that could be made in the opening monologue. And if it is not in the opening monologue, I would be very surprised if it happens.
Okay.
I think it is, of the 4 things, the least likely thing to happen.
Okay.
Is
Interesting.
my read. But I also didn't watch Love Is Blind. I'm aware of Love Is Blind is a popular thing, but this is a reference to a specific scene on a specific show.
Well, the thing is, like, I actually think it's more likely than you think it is because of how big, like, Love Is Blind was very popular. This season was absolute crap. Like, this season was total, like, the season it's referencing is total crap. But that moment, like, everybody was talking about it, who watches like love related reality TV. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And it blew up. Like there were a lot of people who knew about it. Um, if anybody in your life watched that season of Love Is Blind, they probably talked about it, whether it was in front of you or not. Like they definitely, like people were talking about this. It was a big thing.
I agree. I just don't know how big the circle is of people who will have seen it. Like the thing that I'm trying to judge here is how relevant this cultural moment was to people outside of the circle. Like how, you know,
Yeah.
it's very easy for people who consume that content to go, "Oh, this was iconic. I'm expecting this reference." I keep up with reality TV, and I didn't see any of this on any of my social media during the season. And like I know what's going on. I have, people in my life who watch dating shows, and this was not brought
Yeah.
up to me or sent to me. And I feel like I'm relatively in tune, which is why I think it's unlikely. But I could be wrong. Like it could be the sort of thing that like is chosen to be referenced. I just can't tell like how niche of a reference it is
I
and
mean,
how many
it
people
could be.
would get it, which is why I go like it might, but I think I'd be surprised, and maybe I'd say it's about as unlikely as a 3-minute speech.
So part of the reason we made this change is because the people setting the odds can now be a little more strategic. I don't want people taking the piss, but like, can be a little more strategic. I don't know about you two, Eloise and Jita, because I'm so unsure. My inclination is to kind of like, whereas the logic with Eloise was to like dangle a carrot to make her go a bit higher. Here I'm almost like, can we push Cass towards the lower one? Because if she takes the higher one, we have no idea where to set the line. Like,
I think I'd probably, if I were doing this, similar to Eloise, I think it's certainly as unlikely as a 3-minute speech in my mind. So I'd say maybe like a 2-5 and like an 8-10.
8. Okay, so you... wow, okay, so you're really trying to... Because that's... yeah, that takes it from a...
or an 8-12.
Yeah, you're taking it from a 2.5 to 1 to a 1.5 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think at the higher points there's a certain amount of uncertainty that we have on like I haven't seen this. I don't know of anybody who knows of this, but Cass does. So I don't know if I'm in the dark and Cass knows something we don't. Or if Cass thinks this is more relevant. So I think at a higher stake, I'd make the odds a little bit shorter.
See, I was going to be more generous than you. I was going to say 2 and 6 versus 8 and 16. So basically making it
3 to 1 and 2 to 1.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Eloise, any thoughts?
I have very little idea of rarity.
I'll send the clip to you. I'll send the clip to you guys just because you'll enjoy it. Like, not for any other reason. It's amazing.
Are you?
Oh, sorry.
Do you have thoughts on it from a strategic perspective, though, Eloise? Like,
of course.
Do you think we're right to like go higher with the low and lower with the high?
I'd almost go higher with the high to then. This is just in general. Go higher with the high to bait someone into the high if you don't think it'll happen.
But if it does happen, because we don't know, that's our point. We could go high, but it might be really fucking obvious, and we just don't know.
But then you have to think. I think the 16's fine.
Okay.
I think that is what I'd offer. So 6-2, 16, 8.
That was my suggestion. But which
so I'd agree with that, just on the basis of it's only a 1.5 answer bonus.
Fair.
Points wise.
Okay, so are we all agreed on those?
Sure.
Okay, so Cass, you can either put 2 points down and get 6 points back, so you know three times what you'd lose, or you can put 8 points down and get 16 points back, which is 2 times what you'd lose. So your call.
I think I'll go with the bigger one just because
Okay.
I think there's a good chance of this happening because it was so funny. It was so funny, and it was so directly related to a song that was nominated a lot. That even if it is niche, I could see that being the kind of thing they'd reference just because the comedic timing of the use of that song was just so talked about, and I could see it happening, but and honestly, like, if I don't win, like, I don't think I'm gonna do the best on the rest of this spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm gonna lose, like, I'd rather go out swinging because this might be my one chance to make up a lot of points. Because I think I'm gonna be losing a lot of points through the rest of this spreadsheet. So I'd like to take the risk.
Okay. Let's come on then to Jeter's. Jeter's wagered either 3 or 7 points. He said Greenland will be referenced during the opening monologue. I think, for me, this is more likely than the two so
Yeah.
far. My one question with its likelihood is, so Greenland is a thing that I would think, at least by the Grammys, I don't think anything will have happened other than a load of posturing and tariffs and like all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Venezuela is a thing that has actually happened. Iran might be a thing that like actually happens. Greenland, I'm a bit less sure that it comes to anything. And so I go, is somebody more likely to make a speech about things that have happened or make a joke about things that haven't happened? And that's like, I genuinely don't know the answer to that. And that's where I am struggling a little bit. I'm almost inclined, because as I say, I do think it's the most likely so far. I'm almost inclined, because I don't know the answer, to just make both of them the same. Like I don't make both of them a flat double. Say like turn 3 to 6 or turn 7 to 14, because I don't think there's a huge strategy call here, and I don't know enough. I think it's kind of 50-50, so double or not. That's kind of where I'm at. Cass, how do you feel
I'm good
about
with
that?
that. I don't think it's as likely, just because a lot of the Greenland stuff like was a while ago. Like it's not
Oh no,
super.
it's back up. It's back up.
You haven't
Back
been on
up.
Twitter in the last 24
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
he's just hit a load of Europe, including the UK, with new tariffs because we won't support him going for Greenland. So this is very, very, very relevant. He's threatening to take
Oh,
it by
then yeah,
force
like
right now.
oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah,
Politic.
then I'll trust you. Yeah, I
Okay.
trust your judgment on that.
Eloise?
I'm almost thinking that that's a little generous because I think it might happen just because of who it is given a monologue.
That's, I mean, yeah, true. Trevor Noah will
Is
take...
Trevor Noah?
Oh no, yeah, no, we got to make this more conservative because
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
It is literally Trevor Noah. You know, like this
yeah,
is
oh,
kind of
yeah.
bread
I
and
thought I
butter.
was going to get
That
away with
changes.
one there. I was trying
Yeah.
to keep my poker face. I thought you guys were giving me stuff a
No, if
little
it's
bit too
Trevor,
much
if it's
time.
Trevor, oh yeah, Eloise, you are so right. If it's Trevor Noah,
Yeah.
like no, that's I think we go like
I'd sniff a
3 and
couple off of.
5.
Okay. Do we turn it to closer to like a 1.5 then, and make it 3
do
and
it.
we'll round up, so 3 and 5 and 7 and
3 and
11.
6 is fine. 7, 10, 7, 11, 7, 10, I think.
7-10. I like
So-
7-10.
So
Yeah.
3, 6, 7, 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, for God's sake.
You didn't even say it.
Yes, he did.
He did. He
I
said,
did
he said 3,
technically.
7.
I said 3,
3,
6, 7, 10. So it was. They weren't on the same line, but like, right, they were consecutive.
It doesn't count.
I will take the 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Shocked.
Jeter takes 7 down, 10 up. Okay, so now everybody hopefully has an idea of the format. You three can discuss mine, which is almost identical to Jeter's, except instead of referencing Greenland, it will be referencing AI.
Less likely.
I think this is
Less
going to
likely.
happen. Like, I think this is nailed on to happen.
It's almost like the
It's
elephant in
so
the room.
relevant, and it's especially relevant in the music industry because
Actually,
more and more
that's
songs are
true.
getting like
AI
produced
treatment.
or like there's more and more use of AI in music. There are songs that are entirely AI that might even be up for award. I would be floored if, knowing Trevor Noah and he's going to hit on the hot button items because he likes to, AI will be relevant. I was thinking I don't have any strategic benefit to giving Z, like I don't care whether he goes high or low, but I was thinking 1.5 for both. So 4, 6, 8, 10.
That's
I'm good
not
with that.
1.5. 1.5
Oh.
would be 8-12.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. 4, 6, 8, 12.
I'm good with that.
So it's almost like it feels like the elephant in the room that no one's willing to talk about. That just kind of silently just gets like almost ignored. There's just the big AI because big money. So it's just.
But if anyone is going to do it, it is Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah
Yeah.
doesn't
And I
care
think
about
it is
any of that.
relevant.
Yeah.
I think that there's going to have to be at least one joke made
Yeah.
referencing AI or something to that effect. I really
Oh,
would be
I
surprised
agree.
if it's not.
I
I
am
agree.
always reluctant on giving Z points. I'd always, it's just always my mantra is give Z less points. But
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
I think it
trust
would
you
be.
too.
I think at the absolute lowest, the like the worst that you could do would be 4, 4, 8, 8. Like that would be the harshest that I think I'd be willing to give him is just straight
Yeah,
1 for 1.
I'd be most like the most highest I'd go for giving Z points is 10 on the higher.
Okay, so then one. I mean, I'm good with 4, 6, or 8, 10, and we try and encourage him on something that is likely to happen to take the lower bet because the comparative gain is worse.
Yeah,
So then we'll go 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah.
All right.
you're welcome.
Look, I know you're always going to try and screw me. Can't beat me by actually predicting things well, so you have to do it in the.
I've done that. I've done that before. We'll
Just
do it
apparently
again.
not recently.
Yeah.
Not recently, no.
Been a while.
I've been awful.
Hey, that's better than me. I haven't done it yet. Maybe this will be the one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think. I think it's quite likely that at least 2 of you drop points. Which makes me think that I don't want to drop big points. I'm content taking the lower on this occasion. I'm going to play it a bit
Wow.
a bit safer.
After all the stick I get, wow.
Look, I change my mind varying in different episodes. On this
I went
occasion,
the higher option. I went the higher option.
I love how it's like, oh, Z's taken the lower option, and you have still taken less of a risk than he has.
yeah,
That's not relevant. That's not relevant.
Yeah.
There's no relevance to that.
Like if you'd have given me a better higher offer, I probably would have been tempted. I think mine is about 50-50, so I'm like just gonna play with the odds, and you've given me better odds on the low offer, so I'll take the low offer. Anyway, we will soon find out. Does the new bonus format work? Does our Grammy predictions episode work? Does anything do we work ever again after some of the things we've said in this episode?
I certainly will have to work again. I'm sure I will be logging back on to do more work as soon as we're done recording. So
fair. All right then. Well, Cass, Eloise, Jeter, pleasure as always. We will be back with some new episodes very, very soon. However, as always, until we meet again, remember to always be big mystics, not big mistakes. I hate the pair of you.
bye.